great, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. In today's video, I'm joined by Simon Piggott. Simon is not only a fantastic guitar tech at Bonner's Music down in Eastbourne, he's an amazing guitar player, and as an added bonus, he owns a real Klon Centaur. Now, what I thought I'd do in today's video is to compare what I consider to be my favourite Klon Style pedal, which is the CKK SHXC pedal. Now, I reviewed this pedal a few weeks ago and I was absolutely blown away with it. So what we decided to do in today's video is to compare this with Simon's original gold Klon to see how close this is and if the CKK can beat the Klon. So as I explained in the intro, what we're doing is comparing Simon's gold horsey Klon. What's the value of this now?
Who knows now? The figure just keeps going up. Every month you look, it goes up another 500 quid.
It's bonkers, isn't it? But
bonkers mad. But
in excess of £5,000 now?
Oh, easy.
Like that?
Easy nowadays, yeah.
It's crazy.
We're talking 6, 7 in some places now, yeah.
Absolutely bonkers. We're going to be comparing that against my favourite Klon Style pedal, which is the CKK SHXC. Now, I've set up this Boss ES8. And I've got all the buffers turned off on the ES8 because what we're going to do, we're really going to get nerdy with this. Simon's not going to see what I'm switching between, but I'm going to be switching between the CKK SHXC and Simon's proper Centaur. So we're going into a Fender amp at the moment. And what I'm going to do is you guys can see what I'm switching between, but Simon's not going to see because Simon's used to the sound of his Klon.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And so we're going to try and sort of compare the two and see if Simon can spot the difference and then see what Simon prefers at the end. Now, I've adjusted the EQ just a little bit because we find that one of the pedals is a little bit brighter than the other pedal. Simon, if you start playing, and I'm going to switch between the two.
Yep.
And then we'll see where we go.
Softer, that one.
So you said softer?
Yeah, that second one was definitely like not as bright, I'd say.
The second one, so the one we've just played?
Yeah, the one we just played.
Good then. Try again.
Okay, I'll put it. That's definitely what I'm hearing. There's the second one softer now.
See, that's funny because it keeps changing.
Oh, no.
It keeps changing. But this is it. This is great because we're literally.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of voice, isn't it?
It is. It's yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
So is your mind playing tricks on you, or what's going on?
Exactly.
Right?
But that's the thing. So that's what we're trying to ascertain today is that this pedal is a Klon clone.
Yep.
But it's probably going to be the closest. I feel it's going to be the closest to this pedal. When I tried out your Klon, that's the first time I think I've ever tried out a Centaur that I can remember anyway. And I love that pedal. Even so, when I came home, I was looking up how to buy if I could buy one. And then I settled on a KTR, which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I compared the KTR to the CKK,
Right.
and I preferred the CKK. So
Okay,
this
it's really, really nailing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we're on the Fender Tone.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is to bring the gain up about halfway. So we're engaging the diodes. Is that correct?
Yep.
And then we can compare the two. So don't play anything for the moment.
Okay. They're so close, honestly.
They're so close. They are
ridiculous.
incredibly close, aren't they? The funny thing is, I can't tell the difference now. Listening back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that. So that's with the Fender Tone at medium gain. Should we go full gain? I know it's not the sort of thing that you do with the Klon, but
yeah, if you want,
let's go full gain.
I've never done it. I think I don't know what it sounds like. Full gain. Yeah, okay. There's a difference.
Yeah.
They've both got the same character still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say the first one's got like kind of a certain roundness to the body still, and I still think that's probably the original one. But I can't be sure. But the second one's got this I think it's got this kind of more kind of bite to it, which some people might actually like anyway.
What, the second one?
Second one. Yeah.
Okay. That's really interesting. So I'm going to show you now on the screen what Simon thought the first one was and what Simon thought the second one was. So let's switch over to a Marshall style tone and let's try the same sort of thing.
And now your ears are starting to wonder.
Yeah.
You know, because we've been doing this for a few minutes now.
Yeah.
Am I really hearing the difference? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's go halfway.
Yeah, yeah. I got really. I didn't know what pedal you were on at that point.
Okay.
In any of that, but it all sounded good. It all sounded pretty much consistent.
Yeah, it sounds pretty much consistent, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's go again. Here again. So high gain. I was switching then. Well, I couldn't physically hear any difference.
No.
It might be different when you're playing it, but to me, I could not hear any difference, and hopefully that will come across on the video. Yeah. the last thing I want to demonstrate is the buffer on both of the units, because I know that Wu has worked really hard on the buffer on the CKK SHXC pedal. Now you can't switch off the buffer inside a Centaur, so what we're going to do is to leave the buffer on, because you can't switch it off on the Centaur, leave the buffer on the CKK, and then I'm going to switch out each pedal. Now this is getting right in the weeds and getting extremely nerdy. People ask about this sort of stuff, so you've got to demonstrate it. So first of all, here's the CKK pedal. It's hardly any difference, is there?
No, I can't feel it. I can't feel the difference.
Oh, really? You can't feel it? No. Oh, that's interesting.
No, it's very, very similar voice on that.
Because
let me just play an A. Let me just play an
A. Yeah.
Right, so don't tell me. Anyway, you can tell me if you want.
Okay.
Doing it like that, you know, trying to do it almost like I'm not concentrating on the play. I'm trying to really hear as I'm playing.
Yeah.
I can just about hear the difference. I think that's a good one in that pedal.
Do you take your Centaur out when you gig?
Not so much now, but yeah, I used to.
Used to.
I used to.
Would you now though?
If it was, you know what, I'd have to know the venue, and I've probably played there before a few times and know that it's in a safe environment. I know how the loading out is and all that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, probably not. If he was going to a completely new venue, especially a pub, forget it. It ain't going there.
There's not only the risk of someone nicking it, there's also the risk of, because pedals, they sit on the floor. They get beer spilt.
Yeah.
They get beer spilt on them. Now, the CKK pedal, it's not a cheap pedal, but it's a damn sight cheaper than this.
Yeah.
I'd be quite happy taking that out in replacement for that.
So would I.
So there we go. So really hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe, click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul.
I'm Simon.
And we'll see you next time.